Welcome everybody to I Freaking Love Movies. I'm your host, Josh. And we are doing Falcon and Winter Soldier episode 5 review. We're going to do a quick spoiler-free review, and then we will talk about spoilers right after that. First, let's talk about this. Is this a DC? Things are getting really dark. I love that, though. Marvel is taking some chances with this story, so it has been great. Better than I expected, especially in this episode. This was storytelling at its best. There wasn't a whole lot of action, but it had enough to make this episode another great episode. All the other episodes, I have loved the Falcon and Winter Soldier. It has been a big payoff because I wasn't expecting a whole lot from this episode or from this show. Actually, I'm starting to like this better than WandaVision. I mean, don't get me wrong, WandaVision had some amazing moments. It was a great show. So let's talk about the big cameo that was here. Didn't really pay off for me. We'll talk more about it in spoilers, but hopefully it pays off in the long run. So let's talk about this. Marvel, you're 0 for 2 on cameos. Might want to resist on teasing some cameos, at least in my eyes. WandaVision did it. Horrible. Everybody was like, oh, wow. This is not what we expected. Start listening to your fans a little bit more on that. I mean, Marvel's got their stuff together, so I mean, I can't 100% fault them on this. We'll see if this cameo pays off in the long run, because I heard that this particular character is going to do a lot more, and if it pays off in the long run, I guess this cameo will be like, oh, okay, I get it now. Another big scene in this episode for me, it hit a huge emotional mark. It was probably one of my favorite scenes in the entire series. It had a lot of emotional impact. The story was around it. It was a particular character talking about his backstory. Brilliant storytelling and brilliant acting. That right there would have gave that scene alone was 10 out of 10. It was just amazing. The major issue I have with this episode, it is the penultimate episode, so it's the second to last episode. There's a lot of story left. I don't know if they're going to be able to cram all of the loose ends of the story together to make it pay off. I don't know particularly know the runtime, but even with an hour, I just don't. I think there are going to be certain stories that are going to feel too rushed. We'll see how they do. It's Marvel; they can pull off a show-stopping episode. I hope that's what happens. But right there, that kind of knocks it down for me a little bit. Overall, it was a great episode, though. Cameo didn't work. So what am I gonna give this? Let's see. We are going to give this an 8. Not because it was a horrible episode. 8 is awesome. It just didn't. The cameo didn't work for me. It automatically, deduct a point. If you're gonna tease something big, and the cameo was so short that I was just like, oh. I was hoping for another character, but it didn't happen. But the fact that it's the second to last episode, I have a feeling the storyline is gonna be rushed, and that's going to kind of deduct some points for the finale. But we'll see. Now we are going to get into the spoiler talk. So if you want to not know what happened, might want to skedaddle. I'll give you about a couple seconds. All right. Spoiler alert. John Walker. I think they might have pulled him out of DC. He's invading the MCU. Oh my god. I do love the arc with John Walker. I really feel for the guy because of what happened to his best friend. He got murdered, but then he came out and killed somebody that wasn't directly the person that did it. I mean, he let the emotions get the best of him, but he's Captain America. You cannot do that. It was like the biggest disrespect to Chris Evans and his Captain America. The disrespect is real. My problem is I don't know if they can complete his arc with only one episode with so much going on. That is going to be a really tough one. And then he lied to his best friend's family that I got vengeance on the person that murdered your son. So he is on a straight vengeance mission. Still feel this is going to be rushed. I don't know. Hopefully, they continue on with his character beyond this. Maybe set him up for some other stuff. I don't know how that is going to work. I don't know if they're going to stop a lot of these arcs with this show or if they're going to continue. That's something we'll have to see. The big fight in the beginning was fantastic. I loved it. A little short. I think they could have, added a couple extra minutes of the fight. I mean, but overall, it did work. And I loved when Walker ripped off Sam's wings. It was like a symbolism for you're not Falcon anymore. You're going to be Captain America. Because then Bucky dropped the shield right beside him. Brilliant storytelling. And Bucky was pretty much saying, it's time. You need to take up the mantle. You messed up. Without actually blaming him. It was awesome. I loved it. There was also a scene where he was asked what happened to his wings. And he just it was awesome. It was great. I was fantastic seeing that. Now let's talk about the big cameo. Julia Louise Dreyfus as Contessa Valentina Allegra de la Fontaine, aka Madam Hydra or the Power Broker. I don't know if the Power Broker is who she is. I've heard that she was. I wasn't really impressed with it. Nothing against Julia or anything. The scene was too short for me. like I said, later on, it may pay off in a huge way. With just this little cameo, a little tease. Hopefully, in the next episode, we get a little bit more of what's going on with her. I heard they're going to do a lot more with this character, so this may be something huge in the long run. And I'm just nitpicking, but overall, I was not 100% impressed with it. I was hoping for She-Hulk. We didn't get it. I thought maybe she was gonna lawyer, but I don't. It didn't happen. Let's talk about my favorite scene of the whole episode. Sam goes to Isaiah's house, and he gave such an amazing backstory. It presented what our culture and society even goes through today. The acting from both of the actors in the scene was brilliant. I'll give that scene a 10 out of 10 any day because the message from both actors in that scene was brilliant. The final line from him was amazing. They will never let a black man be Captain America. And if they do, no self respecting black man would ever want to be. That right there, wow. Such an amazing scene. Like, everything about that scene was absolutely I don't even know how to explain it. Like, it's just, you have to watch it. I could watch that scene over and over again because it just, everything in America, even going on now, it was just boom. It was like a mic drop moment, and I love that Marvel went with this, and it paid off in an amazing way because it puts doubt into if Sam wants to be actually Captain America. And Bucky was talking with him later on in the episode, and it's just amazing. I just loved everything about it. That was great storytelling right there. The scenes with Sam and Bucky, um, their chemistry together is just absolutely amazing. I mean, even in other MCU movies, their scenes are always great. Their chemistry together is great. Even when they do interviews outside of the movies, they're just great together. And what a brilliant idea for MC Kevin Feige to just continue on with their story. And it was nice just seeing them two together. I think you could even make a movie with these two, and it would be phenomenal. I'm glad they made a show. Hopefully, there's a second season of this. I would love to see that. WandaVision, I don't think you could really go anymore with the WandaVision. Um, you may be able to do some more Wanda parts of the show and not call it WandaVision. I don't know if you could pull it off. But Falcon and Winter Soldier, yeah, you can make another season of this, and it would pay off. Especially seeing him fully become Captain America and Bucky being his sidekick. The dynamic is just amazing because it switches the roles. Wow, it's just awesome. Then we got Sam, little Rocky montage, running around, training to become Captain America. That was awesome. almost getting his head knocked off with the shield a couple times. Great, great storytelling. Then we got Bucky and Zemo scene. Overall, it was decent. To me, it felt like a ploy to just kind of get rid of Zemo temporarily. I mean, obviously, we're probably going to see him again in the future, because he's going to be in captive, just like he was. You know, he was in jail and they broke him out. Now he's in Wakanda in jail. With that, but I would have liked to see a little bit more Zemo with that. I don't particularly like how they, exiled him, but we'll see. Overall, his arc was great in this show. Just like you said, this scene right here, I liked when Bucky was threatening him, and he was like, pulled the trigger, gun was empty, dropped some bullets. Wow, that was cool. He was showing him, hey, I'm not a killer anymore. I'm not gonna do this crap, even though you think I'm just a murderer that just wants to destroy everybody. Final thing, um, the villain, the girl, she doesn't always work for me. She has her moments where she's good and the story is good. She just feels a little too generic to me. The movement and everything, I love it. And her control with, like, she just on her phone, boom, alert everybody, and everybody just comes out. It's awesome. No disrespect to the actress or anything like that. I just think the villain was not. She did what she could with the material she got. Hopefully by the end I can, appreciate her more. Like I said, I don't know. Then the big vote that was happening and everything starts shutting down. They're in panic. Woo, scary. Um, Hopefully that scene is awesome and they come in there and they just mess things up. But we'll see. And the final thing we talk about is the after credit scene. If you haven't seen it, you might want to go check it out. Walker building his own Captain America shield with some metal and some spray paint. Now we have Welfare Captain America. So that's my thoughts. Let me know what you guys thought. Like, comment, and subscribe, and peace.